Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age Mythology Replay. So on the left side as the blue Zeus, we've got, let's see, I King, I have no idea, that looks like I, then K, then a lowercase 1, lowercase n, capital G, then another I. So on the right side as the red Loki, we've got pLoky9877. I have no idea what that means either as well. Could be pLoky? My mind's a little bit too melted at the moment. When of course comes to major gods, Zeus is of course infantry and heroes focus on a favor, sort of a little bit favor, a little bit fast favor generation by a decent amount, reduce myth unit population cost was very nice. And infantry just do a little bit better versus bootings, while the hoplites themselves just move faster, which is nice. Well, of course, Loki is, I believe, also focused on myth units. Yeah, focus on myth units, and you can usually get free myth units. Human soldiers and heroes just do more counter damage. Buildings are constructed faster, Oxcops cheaper, and a cheaper promotion to all Sarks. For his two minor gods, got Forseti, which gives you Healing Spring, the Troll. Dwarven breastplates improve your hack armor, which may be useful against Zeus, who's more focused on infantry. It wouldn't be half bad either way. And Hall of Thanes, increasing your infantry and hero speed. Heimdall provides a more excellent god power of Undermine, and Har is a pretty good force multiplier, but his upgrades are a little bit lackluster, improving sentry and wall hit points and faster research rate. Zeus is now aging up to Hermes, which gives more focus on cavalry. Spirit Charge increases your cavalry speed and damage by 10%. Over here, do have Forseti now being selected. First Centaur now on the field. First here may find the Centaur. We do have Jason over here as well. And right now, Jason and the Centaur push forward. Forseti is not fully researched. His bolts the Herseer. And it was Dark 8, so it did 90% less damage. But still, that is quite an aggressive bolt. Hercules now advances way forward. Forseti's about to pop on out. There's a troll. Focus on the troll. Jason, Hercules, and the Centaur will engaging. Finds a Herseer. Centaur just needs to back on off.
Yo.
Herseer does get inside the garrison. The troll's going to try to troll his opponent. Troll Paul wants to focus on the Centaur or the Hippus. Both would be adequate options. Another Herseer. Sentry Tower has taken a bit of damage. Troll throws Boulder. He is hitting the Centaur. Centaur does 18 damage at a slow attack speed, does do 12. And looks like the troll has the same DPS. 14 range, 12 range. So the troll does those rocks farther. They have the same health, 50-50 armor, 15-20. So a higher speed, lower armor. High speed, low drag. Another house going on up. Healing Spring Summon. Also Arcturus, Herseers, and of course the Troll. Another sentry may be going on down. Troll does not throw the boulder in time. Got some Erdmen now being pulled in the field by Red, the counter cavalry unit for the Norse. Erdmen pushing up north. They right now are to. Oh, hard to say when they die so quickly at this moment. Ox cart maybe going on down. We'll be trying to destroy these long houses. More long houses going on up. Red's going for another troll. The troll's opponent. Erdman now being deployed over there. That made him miss click. This one is not being utilized at the moment. Loki destroyed before the Erdman comes out. Going to get Axemen deployed in the field. Got this force moving around. Great Hall has been established. This area might be traversable, but maybe not. More Herseers pulling field. Patrols throwing Axemen could are throwing debris across the wall. Hoplite does to dodge those rocks. Great Hall has gone down. Dwarves may be overran relatively soon. More throwing Axemen being summoned. More Ulfsarks as well. Speeder charge and medium cavalry now being researched. Zeus could go for full cavalry. After all, he has Hermes. He can research to Dionysus. Of course, he doesn't have the Herentaros, but he can still get pretty good cavalry. Loki made a research to get what's it, Bragi for the Swinery upgrade. Assuming he can go for it. I always forget which minor gods can go for which major gods. A good number of these gatherers is starting to go on down. Red is now behind by 5 villagers. Everything's starting to engage. Trolls throw some rocks. Got a free Draugr deploy on the field, very nice. Gets a nice initial volley on top of the Hippus, but Hercules immediately bashes face in. And overall, Red will lose the fight. The blue doesn't have too much left on the field either. Red's fighting around the healing spring to get some good healing done. Red is obtaining some chickens. There's the armory there for Red. With the Hippus over here. Looks like both these players have a goat up here. Goat's course the goat. More Erdmen now being summoned by a Red. Been seeing decent on the build queue, but I never see them actually being deployed on the field. He must be canceling them quite often. Blue's going for a handful of walls over here. Blue's currently obtaining some elephants there. We do have, of course, the Pegasus down there. All Sark push their way forward. Right now, the medium Erdman right now deals 6 damage, speed attack with a 4.4 multiplier. Hoplizing person have 8.8 damage with a much reduced multiplier of plus 25%. Blue's hip is pushed way forward. We do have the All-Star slicing parts in some of these villages. One is a spy. Red does push the rhinoceros around. The spy is advancing once again. Red is building the town center. That's what I'm seeing. There's an Ulfsark there, just a house here. You now have blue queued on up with Dionysus, so blue, hey, Zeus may be going with a bit more of a cavalry focus. Poseidon for his cavalry not only have a special cavalry unit, he of course gets a little bit more speed per age for his cavalry, which is nice. But overall, it's quite manageable without it. Plus, he has an upgrade, improve the line of sight, and get a tiny bit of health regen. Got the hip as push way forward. Red does fall back to his throwing axeman. Do you have, of course, a town center here? Rhinoceros being picked on off. Just more reinforcements over here at the moment. More of the hoplites are Erdman being summoned. Of course, the current aid, blue could skip the shield upgrades, copper, bronze, and iron shields. I can understand getting copper to a certain degree, just help protect against town center, but the other one's not really needed. No blacksmith upgrades just yet. We do have Dionysus now being deployed on the field, which give him a Hydra, bronze. Chthonic Rights gave him all of his units plus 5% HP, and Tharkian horses to give his cavalry a bit of lifesteal. We do have Broggy now queued on up by red. All the things. Froggy does give access to flaming weapons and to the battle boar. Also does give access to the Swineray upgrade, improving his Erdman. So improved counter cavalry is definitely going to be a good call in the situation. Dionysus now deployed in the field. Red's not going for a good number of her seers. Pegasus getting stoned to death. So that got that goat up there. Next elephant gonna be eaten. Oh, got an Inhari here by red. That is incredibly nice to have. We do have now a hill fort established by red. And blue immediately queued up Hera. Loki's very far from aging up. Zeus is actually very close to aging up. Just needs probably a hill or a fortress section deployed in the field, then he could probably be able to deploy out Hera's not being on the build queue. Which does give access to Medusa. Medusa's of course one of the best source of one of the best Your Mama jokes. And that's one I actually got from Billy Mandy. Your mom was so ugly, she turned Medusa into stone. Also, big pile of copper research does give access to the aggrieved patronage, which can be a good way to get free Mire drones. I really think people should go for that a bit more often. If they want to build fortresses, might as well get free Mire drones everywhere. They're a good infantry unit. Talking horses, Dionysia being deployed in the field. Catholic rights because Skyla and Hydra health regen. More Hippus, more Hypastus. Heavy infantry do have now the Call of Valhalla, giving all Sarks a bit of extra hit points and favor rebate. And summery is also being researched, improving the Erdman's bonus edge against Calvary by 200%. And also gives him plus 10% damage. Portable battery ram straight forward, two of them hitting the town center. Heroic Age, or not Heroic Age, Mythic Age has been researched by Zeus. No Mythic Age just yet by Loki. Those of the town center not really responding all too well. Do also have a relic over here, Nine-Tailed Fox Charm. Myth units gets health regen. I'm guessing that Fox Charm came from Sadaji. We do now have the Hippus moving around. Does got a couple more buildings stable still here. Flame weapons been researched up here for counterattack, I'm guessing. Do have a three-headed Hydra, and this is how you get head as a Hydra. Perseus now engaged in the three-headed Hydra. Of course, if it's really high boost damage, he's able to even cleave through some Perseus. About to get the fourth head, but itself about to go on down. Oh, got a free mountain giant. Not too particularly useful right now, but it's a big ball of stats to work out with. As big as himself, those stats. We got the Hippus counterattacking over here. We do have some Goaties now being pulled in the field. Of course, I'm in Myth units at the moment. Big round of all Sarks and throwing Axemen. Hypastus being queued on up, which of course is a good counter infantry unit. Oh, Medusa is here. Does turn one of the Erdmen to stone. Medusa's base stats is pretty nice. It even has a bit of crush damage for a range attack. Though her attack speed is quite slow, so DPS is not too particularly high. 20 is still pretty good though. And currently she does only provide cost 3 population for Zeus, so pretty nice. Pretty population efficient. Turns another man into stone. .16 range is a decent range for her as well. She also has a recurve bow, which is probably not historically accurate. I don't know when recurve bows first invented. But Medusa does go down. Do have some stone walls researched by Blue. We do now have the blood controls research. More Erdmen being summoned. I passes doing good work. Of course, Peltas are a ranged hero. One of the few things that has that tag in the Norse arsenal, and not being classified as infantry. So Peltas will be the counter to him, or Hippus. More Erdmen, more throwing X-Men now being flown in field by Red. Another line of stone walls being established. Town here has not been rebuilt. Zeus is just not remaxing as well. He has a bit of food and wood to work with. Not sure why he's not building more stuff. Queued up a bunch of research, which for champion cavalry and champion range and champion heavy, or champion infantry. Some forces up here try and intercept these units. He does the Pegasus flying about. I don't know why, that just sounds very well paced. They're doing the wave. Goes this guy, this guy, this guy, then this guy. I don't know why, it's just very well, the beats being kept up pretty nicely. I think I'm just going crazy. That's what happens, sleep deprivation does to you. You have a donkey caravans being summoned. You got the Styrum of Bast. Lightning swords still available. Not mentioned bronze and ceasefire. Loki's pretty close to aging up, just needs more gold. And Blue's still not building anything. I'm not sure what's going on. Not like there's ceasefire active. But another town center, going for more stables. No relics have been obtained. Like neither side has got any relics to do, or that's a great haul. He's going from the Jarls. You have a relic here, the 9 Cauldrons, increasing hack and pierce armor of fortress units, so as us Skrulls get a little bit more armor. Got some Petrobolos. And Blue's still not rebuilding any sort of army. Throwing accent being queued up, more Ox Caravans, more raiding cavalry, they're heavy raiding cavalry. And we do have the fortified walls being researched, increasing wall hit points by 100%. Got a good number of Padromos. That's a lot of gates. Remember, gates do increase vulnerability. See here, 1300, 5590 to 1100, 5590. So just increases or decreases the maximum health. Free battle board now established. Zeus has a pretty good stockpile of resources, but he's not going for Titan Gate. He is nowhere near enough favor for it. Nor does he have any blows on favor. So I'm not sure what Zeus is going for. He's not building really anything. Going for more Prodromos. Lightning Storm being summoned. Wait. Yeah, it's right here. Just the first. It didn't take a took a moment for the storms to come on down. Whoa! Did they buff Lightning Storm? Don't remember taking out buildings like that. You have some more Jarls, more Goaty. Iron, Crenellations, Watchtower or Guard Tower. Another free myth unit, this time a Draugr. You have good number of Prodromos here, hitting the All-Stars, which got promoted from the civilians. Jarl's advancing the way backwards now. We do now have the Grieve patronage now being pulled in field, give him free Myrodromes. It does cost 200, 300, which can be calculated when you get your return, since the upgrade itself, the Myrodromes themselves cost 1200, or not 1200, 120. So in order to get 500 value back, you need, let's just say 4, that'd be 480. That's good enough for mathematics. Which is not too terrible. The fifth one will just give you profit. You have Eye of the Gorgon queued on up. Increase max adds 5 to range maximum. Range attack maximum, so she just gets increased range, go from what, 16 to 21, making it very hard to deal with her. And also makes them cast their ability more often. Right, now King of Hell will give access to all the giants, and not to mention the Nidhogg. We know for Dromos, but there's not too many calories for them to gauge. Draugr does go down. Also go for Sylvian Lore, increasing Centaur effect, so maybe trying to mix in some Centaur. So probably better just go for either Centaur or for Medusa. Don't really go for both. I think Medusa would be just clearly the better option. We do now have a Troll deployed in the field, the Troll's opponent. Immediately goes down, get trolled. We do now have the Prodromos, Belphoron does jump in the middle of the formation. He has a mix of melee and divine damage. Another Inhari summon with a pretty good force multiplier, pretty good summon right now. We do have a good number of these watchtowers in this region. Double stacking the walls, looks like. We do now have Nahari, gets a nice little attack charge bonus there. Fortified walls being researched by Zeus. I thought you already went for that. Do you know what Talk says? Blue's bringing some more heroes. Red is currently reaching Hell. We may see Hell summon Nidhogg in mid-combat. Yeah, of course, if he summons mid-combat, then all the heroes can start really shooting the Nidhogg. The Nidhogg won't last very long in that situation. Another battle board. Large number of free summons. Odysseus is starting to hit that battle board now. So some blue units were on hold ground stance. Hell's about to get summoned. Got more Ulfsarks, more throwing Axemen. All the research not been queued up by red. Nidhogg has been summoned. Way over here. He does offer some crush damage. Got the conscription research going for blue. The patronage is about to get completed as well. Three Myrodrome per minute, which is very nice. I wonder if all the research right here will improve the build speed. Not sure. But in 2 minutes, the patronage will pay for itself. More Petrobols on the build queue. Iron weapons do have the Secret of Titans queued on up for Loki. He also has over 400 favor. Is he gonna try to save for a second Nidhogg? Not sure where the first one went. I have no idea where the first Nidhogg went. There it is. He's immolating a bunch of donkeys. I guess it's not Shrek here. Wrong dragon. Belferon rotating around, trying to shoot down the Nidhogg. Get some damage there. Each one looks like does about 100 damage. Odysseus also engaging as well. If Nidhogg, maybe he'll use a special ability, but I think maybe manually cast and charge down the line. You have some ballista, heavy ballista. Nidhogg's almost down. Nidhogg gets shot down. He has enough favor for another Nidhogg. I think just mass fire giants would be a better option though. As he could get the research for a faster generation of deployment of myth units by 95%. He could quickly get a nice horde of fire giants going. Blue's goat here still. Oh, blues. Petrols may be overrun by these Jarls, but there's a good number of crenellation towers here. Free Myrodrome here, currently at 19 damage at a slow attack speed, dealing, let's say 14 DPS. We got a good number of fortresses on the field, so he's going to get a lot of free Myrodromes. Maybe just start queuing them up right there and then push forward in assault groups. And blue has a massive stockpile resource. Has plenty of resource for Wonder. Let alone Titan Gate. Blue should just go for Wonder right now. The Wonder does cost 5,000 of each. So Zeus could go to Wonder Age right now. And I think red just completed Titan Gate, not sure. And Zeus has a massive stockpile of defenses over here. These villagers can start building wonder. Go for wonder and Titan Age. Reds now establishes Titan Gate there, but only one. Yeah, starts at half health. Takes another 1,200 seconds. Handful units being tested on back. Looks like this one is red because it's at maximum population. Oh, got a free rock giant. Ragnar rock and roll. Does hit that ballista, knocks the ballista. I am not sure what Blue's overall plan is at the moment. He's stockpiling so many resources. Mile drones push way forward, doing divine damage, so they do decent work for structures. Let's see, goes down about 30 damage per strike, which is about correct. What has Blue researched? Everything. Is the researching good on these things? Yes, they are. I'm not sure why this one's red. Everything else is going. Is this our auto queue button you can turn off? No? Not sure. Either way, red's push way forward. And looks like Blue backed out of the game. I'm not sure what went on there. I think he just went AFK. Zangrade saying, "Thank you for watching, and on to the next replay."